An inter-Miami classroom. The same bench. He was always second best. She was first at everything. A joke. Just one word. Loser. Repeated, buried deep in his mind. And when talent overshadowed love, one night, a college dream turned into blood. Was it ever really a joke? The inter-Miami courtroom was silent. Too silent. No murmurs, no phones, just the low hum of fluorescent lights and the weight of expectation. Ethan Cole sat at the defense table, hands folded, eyes hollow. Across the aisle, an empty chair carried more presence than any witness. Sofia Ramirez would never sit there. The judge entered. Cameras clicked once, then stopped. The prosecutor began, not with evidence, but with contrast. They shared the same bench, the same classes, the same future, on paper. A pause. But only one of them believed in that future. Screens lit up with images. Sofia on stage, medals around her neck, applause frozen mid-clap. Then Ethan, cropped photos, background shadows, never centered. The courtroom absorbed it. The prosecutor's voice sharpened. This case is not about love. It is about erosion. He described jokes. Small, repeated, normalized. Words like loser, spoken casually, laughed away. Words don't bruise the skin, he said. They bruise identity. Ethan's jaw tightened. The defense objected. The judge allowed it. This was context. This was motive. Then the prosecutor played audio. Ethan's unsent drafts recovered from his phone. I'm trying. Am I enough? Please stop. The room shifted. A psychologist was called to explain comparison trauma. How constant inferiority can fracture self-worth. How a person can collapse inward without ever raising a hand. This wasn't rage, she said. It was a slow disappearance. Ethan stared at the table, counting breaths. The judge watched him closely. Outside, headlines waited. Inside, the story was being rebuilt. Not as spectacle, but as a mind quietly breaking. The courtroom lights dimmed as the reconstruction began. Rain audio played softly, evidence from weather logs. The prosecutor narrated the final night like a clinical report. Sofia invited Ethan to talk. No witnesses, no threats, just truth. She spoke about growth, he said, about distance, about outgrowing. The defense rose. Speculation. Overruled. The judge leaned forward. Then came the sentence, entered into record via Ethan's own confession. You were never on my level. A murmur rippled through the benches. The psychologist returned. For someone with stable identity, that sentence hurts, she explained. For someone whose identity is already dissolving, it detonates. The prosecutor showed the object. Glass paperweight, edges sharp, weight deceptive. He did not dramatize. He didn't need to. The first strike, he said, was not anger. It was disbelief. The second, fear. The third, finality. Ethan closed his eyes as the autopsy report was read. Measured, detached, devastating. No gore, just facts. The defense argued dissociation, a break from reality under cumulative psychological stress. The prosecution countered intent, movement, force, repetition. The judge asked one question that froze the room. Did he know it was her? Silence. The psychologist answered carefully. He knew it was someone. In that moment, he did not know who. Ethan's shoulders shook once, then stilled. Rain audio stopped. The courtroom lights returned. The night had been reconstructed, not to shock, but to understand how a sentence can become a trigger, and a trigger can become an ending. Closing arguments avoided theatrics. The prosecution honored Sofia's life, her work, her discipline, her promise. Talent is not provocation, the prosecutor said. Excellence is not cruelty. The defense spoke of collapse. This was not hatred, they argued. It was absence of self. The judge requested a final statement. Ethan stood. His voice was thin. She didn't mean it, he said, but I heard it every day. No tears, no plea, just a sentence that arrived too late. The judge delivered the ruling slowly. We can recognize psychological injury without excusing violence. He cited precedent. He cited responsibility. This court does not punish feelings. It punishes actions. Sentence. Life imprisonment. no parole. The gavel fell, once. Sophia's family did not cheer. They breathed. Ethan's parents remained seated, eyes fixed on a son they could not reach. Reporters scribbled. The judge added a final note for the record: mandatory publication of a mental health advisory to the university. Comparison, he said, kills quietly. The courtroom emptied. Ethan was led away. He did not look back. Outside, the narrative would fracture into takes and thumbnails. Inside, one truth held steady. Words, repeated long enough, can become architecture, building a prison inside a person long before iron bars appear. The question the court could not answer lingered in the air. When harm is learned slowly, who notices before it's too late? Weeks later, the courtroom hosted a different hearing. Policy, not punishment. Inter-Miami administrators testified about counseling access, peer culture, competitive pressure. The judge listened. "This case is closed," he said, "but its lesson is open." He ordered expanded mental health screenings, anonymous reporting, faculty training on public comparisons. No applause followed. There shouldn't be. Sophia's name was entered into a scholarship fund. Talent remembered without rivalry. Ethan's file closed with a clinical summary. Identity collapse precipitated by chronic comparison. Outside, commentators argued, murder or breakdown. The court's transcript didn't argue. It documented. It showed how a joke can normalize harm, how silence can validate it, how admiration can rot into measurement. The final page carried no flourish, just a line from the judge's bench memo. Justice is not choosing sides, it is choosing clarity. In the empty courtroom, the bench sat untouched. Two futures had once shared it. Now only records remained, clean margins, black ink, and a warning written between the lines. If we teach people to rank their worth, some will break trying to climb. And when they fall, the damage is never singular.